Chapter 2, Homeroom. I quickly open the door. My mouth is pressed tight, mean, arms crossed. I look around, daring anyone to disrespect me. But nobody's paying attention to me. Everyone's giggling, meeting up with friends. "What'd you do? What'd you do?" I hear. "Disney World, Jersey Shore, basketball camp." I hope the teacher doesn't say, "Write an essay about your summer vacation." If she does, I'll leave the paper blank, or else I'll have to lie. Say eviction is the best vacation. Eviction is where you get kicked out of your house. Hearing Ma weeping and Pop wheezing, cracking his knuckles while Lita sucks her pacifier double time and Ray holds my hand. I never lie. I won't. It's better to keep quiet. My family has never had a vacation. Less Pop not working is a vacation. I do remember one afternoon in Central Park. Raymond had a blue and cherry ice. I had a pretzel with salt. I ate slowly, watching trees sway and squirrels leaping across branches. Ma and Pop hugged. Pop even smiled. It was years ago. Lita wasn't even born. Besides, I don't like essays. Why write when you have nothing good to say? I'm just trying to get by 8 more years. I'll be 18, and I won't have to live in a shelter or go to another new school. I'll be on my own, taking care of myself, and I won't ever get evicted. I look at the kids. Boys wear Nikes and Converse. The girls wear earrings and charm bracelets. Everybody smells like new clothes. Funny how the homeless shelter is in the nicer part of town than I've ever lived before. There's an actual grocery store instead of a deli. Kids here are all colors in my neighborhood. Everybody was black. In my old neighborhood, everybody was black. Except for Avalon's ugliness, this neighborhood is richer. Brownstones with flower boxes instead of high-rises, with ugly window air conditioners. I tug my t-shirt. It's a bit small. My belly button shows. My jeans are clean, but my feet are in flip-flops. My toenails aren't even painted. Slipping into a back row chair, I pull the pink ribbon off my ponytail and stuff it into my pocket. A boy 2 chairs away blinks behind his glasses. "What are you looking at?" "I'm Ben." I stare at the wimpy hand. It's pink and stubby. He sniffs, pulls his hand back, uncrosses his legs. Cowboy boots. I can't believe it. Who wears cowboy boots? "I'm new too. Isn't that why you're sitting in the back?" I give him my meanest stare. "Not talking to anyone?" My cheeks feel hot. I don't like anybody figuring me out. "I'm talking to you," I snap. I talked first. I think Ben's sassing me, and I ought to hit him, but his face is round, doughboy soft, and pleasant. Don't know why I'm thinking pleasant. I've never used that word before, but it popped inside my head. I exhale. Ben reminds me of Raymond. Not street smart, just nice, in a dumb kind of way. The classroom is bright and fancy. Streamers decorate the walls, and pictures of books are thumbtacked on bulletin boards. There's even a bookcase with new books and 2 red beanbag chairs. A huge calendar with a picture of blue-green water hangs on the wall. An ocean? Brooklyn doesn't do oceans, just sidewalks, buildings, and rivers. One square has 1 for the first day of school. How many days do I have to be here? 1 is a lonely number, too. Nobody's paying me, or Ben, any attention. Girls are giggling, boys high-fiving, and gently shoving each other like they've known each other for forever. I groan. These kids have probably been together since 1st grade. My luck. I look at Ben. He's smiling like I'm his best friend. He's got freckles, glasses, and hair so short he looks like a soldier. We're losers. I'd be cool if I had nice clothes, but Ben will never be cool. Chapter 3. Miss Garcia. She's short, not much bigger than me. Her hair is curly, black, her lips bright red, and she wears high heels. They click, click as she comes into the room, smiling, looking like a Barbie doll. At my old school, Mrs. Baker wore tennis shoes, sat, always complained about how her feet hurt, teaching, running after you kids. But I never saw her run once. Miss Garcia claps her hands. 1, 2, 3. Amazing. Kids quiet and sit in their seats, hands folded on their desk. No way. One kid dashes for his backpack. "Charles, sit." Laser-eyed, Miss Garcia stares, and Charles, not even a Charlie, sits. "I was just getting my pencil. You'll get it later." Then, as if she remembers, Miss Garcia says, "Please, you'll get it later." Then she smiles extra wide like the lips do on a Mrs. Potato Head. She's nervous. Her red index fingers tap the desk. Her forehead shines with sweat. Miss Garcia didn't even introduce herself. I know her name because it's written in big script on the whiteboard. She stops smiling then, remembering, and smiles again. I look over at Ben. He nods, looking at me. He's not dumb after all. He knows no teacher acts like this on the first day of school. At my old school, there were usually the bubbly types who work really hard and leave after a year, or drill sergeants who shout, "Do this, do that, stop talking." They yell until my head aches and I don't learn anything. Miss Garcia seems a bubbly type, but not so bubbly today. She also seems like a bubbly type who didn't quit teaching. At my old school, teachers were either really old with wrinkles and graying hair or really young with ponytails and sometimes pimples. Miss Garcia's skin is clear, her hair loose. On her finger is a diamond ring. "New school year," pipes Miss Garcia. "Principal Thompson wants us to try a new curriculum." She licks her lips. "All lessons are to be integrated." What does that mean? The school is already integrated, more integrated than any other school I've been in. In front of me, heads turn, kids whisper, something's not right. Different. Even the 5th grade regulars are surprised by Miss Garcia's nervous squeaks. "Be relevant," Principal Thompson likes to say. "History is alive." I'm getting worried. Principals are always giving orders. Maybe Miss Garcia doesn't like it. Ben raises his hand. "Yes?" Miss Garcia squints at him like she's trying to remember who he is. "Aren't you going to introduce the new kids?" Every head spins towards us. I want to kick Ben. I hate being the center of attention. My clothes aren't fashionable. I don't have a backpack, good grief, I can read today, or a pencil. I squint my "don't make fun of me" look as hard as I can. Nobody stares back or gives me an evil look. One girl with the headscarf waves. I sigh. Doesn't she know she's supposed to play it cool? New kids have to prove themselves. "My name is Benjamin Rubin III. Call me Ben." Voices murmur, giggle, shout. "Hi, Ben." "This here is," palm open. Ben waves towards me. I'm supposed to speak. I don't want to speak. But if I don't speak, they'll think I'm afraid. "Deja." "Just Deja," I say. "The original, one and only." I don't say my last name because in my old neighborhood, folks knew the Barneses were really poor. Saw boxes of our clothes, Ma's trunk, her hope chest, she calls it, broken in the street. Saw Lita hanging on to her raggedy baby doll. Raymond crying, me helping Mom Pop stuff what they could in our car and still have enough room for 5 of us to sleep. After a month of living in the car, we got a room at Avalon. "Welcome," says Miss Garcia, and I notice this time her smile is for real. "We don't get many new students, especially in the 5th grade. "Nope," said the girl with the scarf. "We're a small school. Most of us have been friends since 1st grade. I knew it. "Welcome, Benjamin and Deja." Students say hello to Ben and Deja. Kids say hi. Some say their name. I'm surprised. For the first time, Miss Garcia looks relaxed and happy. Then she stands taller, clasping her hands. "We're going to have an interesting start of the year. Special." Miss Garcia is still smiling, but her voice trembles like special is a problem. She breathes deep and shakes herself. Her hoop earrings wiggle. Today is September 6th. "This is an important week," says Miss Garcia, looking left at the wall of windows. "An important month." I'm worried again. It's September. What's so important about that? School always starts in September. Miss Garcia claps her hands again. 1, 2, 3, and we all quiet. "Our first essay. Please write about your summer vacation." Everybody groans except Ben. He opens his backpack and hands me a number 2 pencil. I don't know why, but I take it. "Sabine, please pass out the paper." The girl from earlier leaps up. Teacher's pet, I think. Sabine is smiling, passing lined paper to the left, then to the right, between aisles. Some kids even say, "Thanks, Sabine." She pauses, looks at me. She looks at Ben. She looks at the 2 empty desks separating us. "Here." The lined paper flops like a dead bird's wing. I don't take it. Sabine places the sheet on my desk. "Here." She smiles, turns to Ben. "Thanks. Miss Garcia, I'm going to sit here, between Ben and Deja." "That's fine." Sabine sits closer to Ben than to me. Good thing. I was going to yank her scarf off if she sat next to me.